And we're back. Welcome back to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today we continue on with a tale of shadow and fire. Unfortunately, due to outside reasons, we did lose our newest player, so we're back to the core four. However, Farron isn't here today, so we're just going to be continuing on with the other Chucklefucks, see what they do, and how much trouble they can get themselves in when Tamerlane inevitably gets away from the party. But they're currently chilling out in camp after making camp near the remains of the recent explosion. But let them tell you what they found out. Take it away.
Oh. Well, last week, after basically we had a talk. Well, Tamerlan had a talk with Darian and the others, basically trying to explain what he saw in his drug-fueled vision, which basically equated to someone is watching Syl. If we want to get Galen, we can't have Syl involved. Which was extremely cryptic, and Tamerlan 100% also assumes it may have just been a vision because he accidentally dosed himself with the calm emotion flask. We were going to talk more about this until a sudden explosion occurred, in which Tamerlan told everyone, okay, do not tell Syl this, forgetting, oh wait, no, Syl's up now. So, high intelligent idea, low wisdom decisions. Afterwards, we all separately rushed off to try and figure out what was going on, due to some of the group just being faster than the others. We arrived at a small village and saw that it was completely destroyed, almost completely, with one survivor. From the looks of the surroundings, a dragon... Oh, what was that?
Caravan.
Caravan, not village. Right, sorry. We looked at the caravan and found that it was nigh completely destroyed with one survivor. And it looked like signs of a dragon attack, but also we found a few kobolds around that looked like they were trying to disguise the fact that it was a dragon attack. Which may have been the reason why the reports of what had happened around the area had been so weird. Judging from the damage caused, it's most likely a green or black dragon did this. Judging from the fact that it looked like the place had been corroded. So, most likely a black dragon, if I remember correctly.
Green.
Oh, yeah, green is poison, black is acid, right. Yeah. After that, the group went in to help heal the survivor. And also, a small group of us, which is mainly me, Lux, and our new person who sadly had to leave, went off to go explore by ourselves. Which might not have been the smartest decision, just because the voices of sanity were left at the camp. We went around, explored for a bit, and sadly, we didn't seem to find it. The trail going a bit cold, but we did seem to attract whatever we were following's attention and knew that we were following them. We tried to set a trap, which didn't work except for pissing off the local fauna and having squirrels attack us. We messaged back to the group to let them know that we are still alive. We did not find anything, though I think the enemy found us and we're heading back. Meanwhile, back at the camp, everyone is trying to help care for the survivor, as well as just getting ready for as well as collecting any evidence they can from the area in hopes of tracking down this, what we now assume is a dragon with a horde of kobolds. And still seem to have a memory? A flashback? Something. What that was exactly, we don't know, but we're probably about to find out. This has been the recap from Tamerlan. Hope you enjoyed.
Go. Take your hero point.
Yay.
And we rejoin our party as they are sitting in a makeshift camp after a hard run. Most of the party has just come back. Farron is off doing some hunting, trying to make sure y'all have food. And the rest of the party is in camp. So, what are y'all up to?
still is currently tending to making sure that our survivor is still surviving.
Since your earlier care, he seems to have mostly stabilized, but he's still in a pretty bad way.
I will make sure that his bandages are clean and that he's as comfortable as he can be, given the circ. I just had the real. What kind of armor is he wearing?
He is wearing what looks like. Give me a second. Let me double check that so I'm not speaking out of my ass. That's not the button I wanted. Go back. Yeah, he's wearing scale mail.
Scale mail? Okay. In that case, I would have made sure to take it off so that he actually rests. And after getting him situated, I will actually go and repair his armor because I'm sure it's all kinds of fucked up.
Oh yeah, the scales are. There's a fair few broken scales, and it's in a pretty bad way.
Yeah. So I will just start. I'm just going to be sitting by the fire, casting mending, trying to get it back so that it survives long enough to keep him going another day.
Fair. What's Tamerlan and Darian up to?
Has Tamerlan gone back to the campsite?
Yes, you are back.
Yeah. I basically am just getting myself ready. I'm double checking over my spell book to see what I might need. Considering what information we have now, I might need more AoE spells.
You gonna tell us what happened, Tamerlan?
Yeah. Lux's stuff. I've got a question. What is Lux's character name?
Farron. Farron.
Farron. Oh yeah. Farron is. Yeah. Oh yeah. Farron needs to be checked out. He suffered a case of what the hell do you call it? Rabid squirrel. Or chipmunk or something, I don't know. He got attacked by a squirrel, and I think he's out now, so you might want to go get him checked out.
Tamerlan, did you pick a fight with the squirrel?
No, I was the bait for I was the bait in case we ran into the dragon.
What was your plan if the dragon did show up?
I hit it with a lot of fire and then run the F away. We were supposed to ambush it, but it never showed up. I think it knew we were following it. And
Baron?
I'm the only guy in heavy armor, so I was going to be the noisiest one anyways.
Darren?
Mm-hmm.
Next time, go with him.
I still stand by my decision.
What is Corback? Top liver? I don't need 2 babysitters, Darian. That one does.
Korvac wasn't with you. He was back at the caravan site.
He was close enough.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain distance for him is just like one really big leap.
I agree with Darian.
Darian just pulls a shit-eating grin.
All right, well,
you are not in line of sight, Silvery. You have a habit of finding ways to sacrifice yourself for others, especially with an injured nearby.
Philip?
She's not that bad. She wants to do right by everyone and keep people safe. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, but keeping her alive will save more lives in the end. Caution is needed.
The joys of being a healer.
You see April puffs at Korvac as she really doesn't have an argument against him, but she's not happy about it and she wants to defend Sil.
Well, look, nothing happened. None of us got attacked. Well, besides the squirrels. So we're all pretty much good. I sent the sending just to let you know we didn't die.
You hear from Abigail behind you. Did you check to see if you were being followed, Damerlin?
I think the others checked, but then they passed out from but then he passed out from being bit by what I'm assuming is a rabbit squirrel. So I don't know. I think he's gonna be fine. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if rabies works on people.
Yes, it does.
Oh.
I'm gonna go take a scout around the camp, see if anything's watching.
Good idea.
As April's going to stand up, grab her quiver off the ground next to her, link it back around her belt so it's hanging from her hips, and she is going to disappear into the wood.
Finishing up with the armor, I am going to set it neatly, just kind of stack it so that it's near him before checking out his weapon and see how badly it's damaged.
If I remember correctly, it was shattered.
Do I have all the pieces?
No.
Okay.
At least y'all didn't grab him, so it might still be in the clearing where he was, but you're not entirely sure when it broke. He has the hilt of it and a little bit of the blade, but
Okay.
his shield is also rent all to hell.
Yeah. I am going, since it's still technically light out, I am going to go to the clearing and see if I can find a sword.
You're just gonna get up and walk away?
Oh, I'm sure that somebody's gonna follow me, but I mean, I pick up a sword, look at it, and then get up and go to the clearing. I'm not trying to hide my movement, so I'm going to assume that somebody is going to follow me.
There, you go on with her?
Oh yeah, I'm waiting to see what she does, and then we'll be promptly following behind. Darian's on full silent guard duty mode. The judging eyes.
The Silvery Moon shadow follows you through the woods, though.
Yeah.
The darkness between the bookshelves, the shadowy researcher, the hidden not mage.
The last one doesn't quite hit, but I'll take it.
The man who played with his sword too much.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hey man, that's all his research was about.
His
research was on dragons. Anywho.
My research was on everything.
Yeah. But or I guess yeah, no, you did there. A lot of dragon research. Anywho, You know what? That makes me think of something. Anywho, so I am looking for the pieces of his blade.
Roll me perception. You find some of the shards and the main part of the front of the blade, but you have no idea if you got them. Because when the middle of it went, it looks like it's splintered. So probably he was locked in some kind of hold, trying to deal with it, and something bashed the blade itself, shattering it.
Okay. Darian,
Mm-hmm.
you mind taking a look around, see if you find any pieces I missed?
I can certainly try. You just as a note, you do realize I have a spare longsword that I don't use anymore, right?
No, I did not.
I still kept the old one, just in case anything was spooky with the new one, you know.
Still just looks at you with a raised eyebrow. Are you telling me there isn't something spooky with the new one?
Well, I had a small chat with my patron about it, and I'm fairly convinced it's fine.
Still's gonna scrunch her nose.
Didn't do what I thought it was doing, so that's good.
You don't see
That
any
be-
new pieces, Darian.
No, I didn't think I would. Well, we
Alright.
can try and do what we can with what we have, but worst case scenario, I can just lend him my old one.
Yeah, I will eventually be able to get this completely fixed, but better that he uses your old one for now. I can fix what I can of this one in the time being. Better to have a spare that's not the best than to be without a weapon. Let's go back.
Mm-hmm. I also have some javelins, if he ever needs those.
I feel like you have an ungodly amount of javelins, if I remember correctly, Darian.
I have 9. Not that I use them anymore, but they come in handy.
Yeah, you are correct. I haven't seen you throw one in quite a while.
Well, when you can cast bolts of energy from your hands, who needs pointy sticks?
I don't know. There's something personable about poking somebody with a pointy stick. Or beating them over the head with it.
Yeah, you do like doing that.
Well, when people are being dumb.
And that happens a lot in this group.
Just a bit. But once we get back to camp, Scylla's going to sit down and start casting mending on the pieces of the sword that she has. She will also call Tinker over to give her a hand.
I think we'll gladly start tinkering with it.
Mm-hmm.
Darian's gonna watch, not out of guarding, out of curiosity.
Between the two of you, y'all are able to get most of the blade repaired. There is a sizable chunk missing out of the side of it, but Tink seems to have a way to repair that. Taking out a set of tools, laying the blade down, and having Darian gather some rocks from the nearby area and making a small forge, which they have up and going in seconds. Not seconds, in just a little few minutes.
Still will also help get that set up. Just does anyone know where she learned how to do this? No, but you know what? That seems to be, for the most part, of the things that she's able to do. But she seems to know how to help Tink set up.
It's not a full forge, and it won't be the best, but it will be enough to melt down some metal for him.
Yeah.
Especially with the assistance of Korvac's Flame Breath, which burns a lot harder than magic.
Fair.
But they are happily working away at it. You hear the steady rumming of the hammer as they beat the metal into shape.
So I've got an image in my head of like after the last session, but Darian getting put in his place with the flint box, just like going, "I will help with the fire," and then call back to showing up, being like, "No, out my way."
The nice things about having a red half dragon in the party. We never lack firepower. And then there's Tamerlane with Shatter.
Oh, for pity's sake, that was only 3 times. I
Speaking
haven't
of
used
which,
it since.
what is Tamerlane up to while this is going on?
Tamerlane is kind of thinking to himself because he realized he screwed up earlier with telling everyone not to tell Still something. So he's trying to figure out, okay, how the hell do I phrase this without pissing off what I'm assuming is either a god, an eldritch entity, or my own sanity. Okay, that last one's questionable, but he's still working on it.
And then we still have Syl's recollection at the end of the session to deal with. So much to talk about.
Yes.
We really need to
Jared.
look into getting a new forge. An actual portable one, or perhaps a better one set up in Darian's space. It'd be handy. A magic forge would work wonders.
It's definitely something we could look into. Technically, we could look into both. I mean, if you think about it, we're not always in the misty. We're not always in the woods, so.
But on the other
Would
side,
help.
if I need to do any big forging projects, I could usually just ask Darian to go back.
Also fair.
In all circumstances, a magic forge is going to outdo the portable.
You're not wrong.
Maybe get a full lab going in there. That would be nice.
I think it would be. I could help you with the alchemist, herbalism side of it.
We could set up a garden too.
I think Syl's going to give Tink the first genuine smile that she has had in quite a while.
It'd be a lot easier than searching for herbs if we can find the right way to make them. Do you think you'd be able to control the habitat? Well, we could go for a magic greenhouse. We're going to be upgrading anyway.
It's still not. I can figure it out. It's not difficult. It's for one of my faith. Kind of our whole thing.
Tink leans back to look up at Darian behind them.
Darian has said that they are going to be right back as the roast is done.
Oh.
I am here. It's fine. What I miss?
Okay.
It seems Darian got distracted. As Tink is looking up at you expectantly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tink. Mind my own. What is I could help you with?
We're thinking about building some upgrades in the wood.
Oh?
A magic forge and maybe a magic greenhouse?
I think that would be a good idea.
Depending on what goes on in there, we can actually start working trade out of there. If we have the proper herbs, we can grow them and make a good selling out of them. Get an alchemist to remain in there as well. Well, you'd be able to make a good bit of money from that.
Maybe we could finally repair that dwarven belt that we've had sitting around for a while.
If we do the proper laboratory, yes, I could do it relatively easily, even more so than on the road.
I'll keep it in the back burner. We do need to do some improvements on the as soon as possible. We've kind of been lacking on getting that place repaired, so
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it for lack of trying. We are trying to get the money to find improvement.
Yeah, more finding the people, I think, at the moment. We already have some of the money in the treasury, but nobody ready to do the work.
You hear from April. After the whole ordeal with the dragon, what will we be doing next? Continuing on the hunt for money? Because I believe most of that was going towards the ship, yes?
The moving fortress, yeah.
And we'll be pretty much in the same spot. Will we be looking to make more?
I guess it depends on how much we still need for it. Gallo was supposed to be looking into that. Because we do still have that serial killer that we need to look into when we get back to, not Neverwinter.
Water's deep.
Water's Deep. Has a thought, looks at Korvac. Did we ever give you the details on that one?
No. But let us focus on the current job at hand. You can catch me up after.
Still looks all too ready to move on to a different topic.
You know, there are some magical herbs we could look for. They're usually used in making inks for spell scrolls and the like. If we can get a steady supply of them, I could work with Avaris to make a income of scrolls.
Fair.
We could also hire some scribes.
Fair, we could. Not only that, but technically once we get back into a major city, I could go do some... I could go offer my services into some rituals.
I could do the same as well, and we have my other skills. You see her eyes kind of fall to the side.
Was that Tink?
No, that's still from April.
Okay. Phil's gonna look at April and go, is that something that you actually want to do?
You see she remains silent before a small shake of her head.
Then you won't be doing it.
I need to eat, but I just... You see she keeps struggling for words, but can't seem to find the right one.
You're a skilled mage, young April. Maybe we'll find you something there.
You see at that she actually winces. A full body wince, where her shoulders suddenly tense, and it almost looks like she's been slapped.
Ah, my apologies if that was insensitive.
April, what do you want to do?
She looks like she's floundering, unable to really find any word.
I am going to offer April a hand. But I am not going to touch her unless she looks like she's actually wanting to be touched.
She ends up curling her knees into her chest. Can I get a perception check still? You're the only one that has a chance to hear this with how close you are.
Okay. Okay. You know what? I've got 5 hero points. I'm gonna use one to get advantage. Okay. Perception. I am really glad that I used the hero point, but
You hear in barely a choked whisper, "My magic's getting weaker. I can't."
April, when's the last time you ate?
Silvery Moon? But that's not... I can
What do you...
work off of residual magic.
It's not the same, though.
No, but that's not the reason.
What's going on?
You see her gaze falls to the side. She almost seems... Can I get an insight quick?
You say real quick. Unfortunately, my right hand is fucked up.
You see, as she looks away, she looks ashamed about something.
April, do you want to go talk privately?
My best magics. What I focused in while I was at the university was... Her voice fails again as she is unable to say it.
In what, April?
She continues to try to speak, but no words are coming out.
I am going to hand her paper and quill in hopes that maybe she can write it down.
She doesn't even reach for him. She is curling tighter in on herself.
Okay. I'm going to be making an executive decision. I am going to go scoop up April, and I am taking her into a tent.
Okay.
As I am going to try and get her to calm down and figure out what is going on. I can't help her if I don't know what happened.
Would you like to roll me a history check? Because this is something still has known in the past.
Yes, I could do that.
April specifically is an enchantment wizard. Her magic very much falls into the line of the usual succubus abilities about beguiling, tricking, and manipulating people.
Okay.
You also remember recently when she went to use her wand for something last night, she stopped midway, stared at it, and put it back down.
April, are you not wanting to use your magic anymore?
You see she curls up even harder, her face no longer able to be seen. Now that you're getting a good look at her as well, you're also noticing her horns aren't the vibrant blue they once were. They're starting to gray, losing their color. They're still mostly blue, but they're dull. They don't have the sheen anymore. The same with her hair, which used to be very well kept, and while it's still decently kept, it looks like it's losing its luster. It's not something you would notice when she's usually moving around. She's usually so chipper and whatnot. But like this, you can physically see how different this woman looks since you first met her in Silver. Even since the events of her pregnancy back in the Whispering Wood.
April, what can I do to help?
You see she doesn't respond, but you can see her shoulders kind of moving up and down. Heaving is the word I'm looking for, as it looks like she is starting to cry.
I am going to pull her into a hug and just rock her and just let her cry.
There's no sound. You can just see the reactions of the body, feel it under your fingers. Well, that's going on. What is Tamerlane and Darian up to?
Tamerlan is kind of like on the outskirts. He sees kind of what's going on, but doesn't hear what's going on. And his lack of social skills kind of just like, yeah, there's no way I can help with this. Just kind of just like waiting to see if they need me or anything.
Excuse me. I think Darian, knowing that those two need kind of space, is taking over, looking after the injured person.
Fair enough. You see he's mostly been cared for, so it's just pretty much making sure he doesn't suddenly stop breathing.
Yeah, just keep an eye on him, make sure nothing bad happens.
Don't worry, if anything happens, I can restart his heart. I say as my hands begin to spark with lightning.
I think I should be fine, thank you. I have some medicinal skill at the very least. I'll keep an eye on him.
Suit yourself.
It remains quiet, Darian. It's been... You can hear the soft mutterings from Syl, it sounds like, but you can't really catch what's being said. There's still no sign of Abigail having returned. Tink is still working the forge with a complete focus, trying to blot out everything else, as they want to do this piece well.
I'll leave them to it. I think I don't want to distract them at all. I think while Darian's looking after our injured friend, we'll just keep an eye out, just in case he can see like Abby around at all.
You haven't seen her since she went off to make sure nobody was watching the group.
Yeah.
And with it, you've seen how skilled she is at not being seen when she doesn't want to be seen.
Yeah. Darian's not the most perceptive boy.
But the night begins to set, or the day begins to set, and the darkness overtakes the camp sometime after. There's still been no sign of Syl and April returning.
I think Darian's gonna call over to Tamerlane. Tamerlane, do you have 5 minutes?
Sure, what's up?
I'm just a little bit worried about those two. They've been in there for quite a while.
I'm sure they're fine. Besides, I think you've clearly seen that I am... Oh, what's the word? Oh, I am not good at stuff that involves socializing and emotion, so I've been staying away from that.
That's understandable. I don't know. I just hope they're okay.
I'm sure they're fine. Sil is mostly competent and good with people, so I think we're fine with her.
I'm just worried about the severity of what they're speaking about. It's not like Sil to leave an injured person like this for this long.
Well, he's still breathing, so I'm sure he's fine.
Well, I hope so. If anything happened to him, I think Sil would actually kill me.
What? No. She wouldn't kill you. Probably crush your head and then heal it, but wouldn't kill you.
Maybe slap a death ward on me and do what she can to try and kill me while it's up. Who knows?
Oh, or maybe she'll feed you to Korvac.
I don't think callback.
He
wants to eat.
looks at you because he's sitting right there.
What? What? My brain has weird situations.
He doesn't say anything. He's just watching.
See? This is why I can't be in conversations with people. I literally say stuff like this.
Well, do you think you can just listen from the outside of the tent? Just to see if anything is happening?
I point to the body covered in heavy metal armor. I don't think stealth is going to be an option. Plus, if I do that, she will kill us both.
You don't need to be stealthy, you can just pretend you're doing something outside.
Again, you've seen me talk to people. Do you think I'm capable of making a lie that makes sense?
Gonna have to do your own dirty work, Darian.
I can't leave this man.
Tink
I want
looks
to
at
help.
you and I'm a medic too, bitch.
Who, Tink?
Yeah,
Tink's busy.
it's been hours. Tink's finished.
Oh. I don't know. Tink. Do you mind keeping an eye on this gentleman for a few minutes, just while I deal with some other business?
Of course. Don't worry about me. I'll make sure he doesn't die. As you see, they snap their fingers and a small portal opens up, dropping a small clockwork dragon out. As you see the clockwork dragon bell.
Yeah. Thank you. I shouldn't be too long, I don't think. I hope not, anyway.
There's a nod. As they are going to flitter over and start looking over his bandages.
Okay, Darian's just gonna do a casual walk past the tent and try to listen in on the way past.
Roll me a perception.
Oh lord. This is not Darian's wheelhouse.
And
I mean, do you have?
Definitely not Darian's wheelhouse.
As Darian, as you're walking, you get close enough to the tent, you're like, yeah, I can definitely hear. And you're like, okay, I'm going to do my walk past, and you're so focused on it, you don't notice your foot catching one of the ropes holding up the bloody tent.
Oh no.
And you hear a massive crash right outside as Darian hits the ground.
I am good. I am going to tuck April into bed before stepping out. Darian, what are you doing?
You do notice, Syl, as you're tucking her in, she is avoiding your touch at the moment.
Yeah. You know what? Still isn't fucking stupid.
Hello, Sil.
Darian tries to look coy on the ground, just like, I'm just posing.
Just
What are you
arm
doing,
left on his
Darian?
head, like. Oh, just walking around camp, looking for supplies, and tripped.
You're a terrible liar. Phil's going to help you up. Darian, can I get an insight check real fast?
Sure. Can't be worse than a 1, right? Ooh.
Hey, it's 2 1s.
2 ones.
Yeah, no, that's good enough. Darian still looks pissed.
Time to run, Darian. She's gonna kill you.
I know. Do I, with an 11, do I get enough of an insight that is the piss being at me, or is this at the situation with April?
With an 11, you're not sure.
Okay. Okay. Truth be told, I was concerned. It's been a while since you two left, and I was checking in on you.
Phil will nod.
I'm guessing by that stern expression on your face that things weren't going well.
Darian, I need you to open the portal.
Okay. Am I okay to ask why?
Because I'm about to do something that is going to cause a lot of noise, and we don't need to bring attention to the camp.
Okay. I'll lead you behind one of the tents and open up the portal.
I will be back out and... She tilts her head. Give me 30 minutes top. And she walks through.
Kind of tempted to follow you, not gonna lie.
What was that?
I'm kind of tempted to follow just to see what happens.
Darian, you
It's
get a
up to you.
glare from Korvac. If you don't go, he will throw you through.
Okay, Darian will follow you through.
Because between the
No,
two of
okay,
you,
okay.
he's better for watching the camp than you are.
Yeah.
And he's not afraid to fucking bowl an old dude through a portal. Even if you're
Hey,
not
I'm
so
not
old
old
anymore.
Okay, so you follow behind Still,
Mm-hmm.
and you see that she's making a beeline for the forest.
Okay. I'll follow you. I would say stealthily, but let's be honest, it's not gonna happen, so...
He tries to stealth, he trips over a root.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Still goes a decent way in before she tells you to stand back.
Okay.
Do you listen?
Yeah.
Okay. You are about to watch Phil have just the biggest fucking tantrum that you have ever seen, and magic goes everywhere.
Gonna hide behind my shield real quick.
Probably for the best. I can confidently say you have never seen Phil this pissed.
Darian's
But
just
if
like,
it makes you feel any better, even with an 11 at this point, you can say that it's probably not at you.
oh,
He's
that's
not
good.
dead, so probably.
There wasn't a guiding bolt at my face, so you know.
Pretty much.
Darian's
Yeah.
just gonna hide and wait for you to get it all out.
Yeah. It's probably going to be a good 30 minutes before Phil finally hits her knees exhausted.
Darian just keeping track of spell slots in his head, like, oh, there goes another one.
Realistically, she's... Let's look at her spell slot.
You wanna be sacred flaming my forest?
I'm going to be honest. I don't think she has any spell slots left. I think you just watched her use every single last fucking bit of magic that she has for the day. But after about a minute of panting, you are going to see that she gets up and she starts preparing the forest.
As you do so, you notice there is someone close by. There is an owl
And
sitting in one of the trees.
I will give Hermes a nod of acknowledgement. I have a forest to fix.
He is just watching. Ever quiet as he always is.
That sounds like Hermes. Darian, what are you doing while Phil is fixing this?
Depends on what you're doing to fix it.
She's making the plants regrow.
Okay, nothing I can really help with.
She's again. If it wasn't for the fact that she was in chainmail, most people would 100% mistake her for a druid.
Yeah.
She's doing the best she can to make the trees grow back again. It's not really a magical ability she has, but she's doing her best.
Yeah. In the same vein, not really a magical ability I have. Can I offer some of my magic?
When you do that, it actually floods at you. How many spell slots you spending?
Ooh, I have a lot, so I haven't used any of mine today. Let's go with... Yeah, fuck it, you can get both my second level spell slots.
You feel the magic bleed out of you and surge around you, the foliage starting to ripple out and the damage starting to grow new growth around them immediately at a very increased speed.
Hey, maybe I should be a druid.
It's not long before the damage still has been done. Looks like it has been completely blasted away. And there is a heavy layer of new growth over all of it.
I'm gonna go on a whim here and assume this is just because it's the Whispering Wood, but maybe I've been hanging out with you too much, Sil.
Sil's going to dust some dirt off of her hands before looking around and going, I agree with you. It's probably due to the fact that you are the lord of this land, and therefore have some control over it. That being said, being in nature, being someone in tune with nature isn't a bad thing.
Can't say it's something I've noticed before, being, growing up in the city and all that, but I don't know, I like it.
She'll knock on.
You also see something you haven't seen before here.
Oh no.
There's a good amount of new growth flowers all over the place, but on one of them you see two things, both of similar colorings. One is a little bumblebee. The other is a beautiful butterfly. But instead of their normal colors, both of them use the colors of silver, purple, and black. There's also a hint of a green, a bright green in there, but only light and in some places. Usually seen in the blacks as highlights when the light falls on them in a certain way.
Sil, you know more about nature than I do. Bees and butterflies aren't normally this color, right?
Bees and butterflies can be a variety of different colors. It depends on where you're at.
I guess
These
this is
are
a
also
strange
the
place.
first bugs you have seen in this place.
True.
I'm going to be honest, Darren. You might want to start expending some magic into the area every now and again. It seems to be
Yeah.
helping with its growth, especially if it's going to bring the bees and the butterflies back. That will help with pollination.
You see the bee buzz up to look at Darian's face before landing on his nose.
Oh, please don't sting me. Please don't sting me.
Seems to be looking you in the eyes, just the little bumblebee doing a look-see. And after a few seconds, it falls back off and starts buzzing off into the forest.
See Darian's face just dripping with sweat.
You don't need to be afraid of nature, Darian.
I'm afraid of things that can sting me.
As long as you are kind to the bee, it won't sting.
I'll keep that in mind.
Darian, the beekeeper.
Oh god, another one.
I just love to see Darian walk up in the full white beekeeping suit, go, "Here, bees, here, bees. Here,
Time to
bees, some honeybees."
Time to multi-class into what's it called? The ranger
Swarm
one.
keeper
Yep.
ranger. That being said,
That's a great
Still-
idea.
yeah, Still is going to look up at Hermes and kind of put an arm out so that he can land on her.
He'll flutter down. You can see his flight isn't as steady as it once was. As one of his wings doesn't rotate like the other one did.
We need to get you to a cleric.
Above table, Sil, you were there when the head witch gave us the stuff that I'm assuming is for Hermes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still is going to look at you, Darian, and go. Yeah, I was just thinking about that as well. Darian, what was that item that the head witch gave you?
Oh, this thing? Darren's just gonna hold it out for you.
What was it above table?
Above table, I can't remember either.
Neither can I, so I'm gonna go double check.
Alright.
It is a small crystal vial surrounding what looks like a deep red liquid.
He said that it would help a friend. Do you think that might have been Hermes?
I think so. I can't think of anybody else who needs help more than Hermes at the moment. Especially in a regenerative nature.
Well, do you want to uncork it?
We can try. She did say when the time was right, we'd know how to use it, so maybe now's the time. Darian will uncork it and see what happens.
It immediately starts to glow, and the liquid spirals out of the bottle, swirling through the air as if looking for something like this strange flying snake, before it shifts over, and Hermes tilts his head, and it stabs him through the chest, the entirety of the red liquid spearing him directly in the center of that black mark in the center of his chest, and he immediately collapses.
Oh dear God.
Oh no.
And I'm going to perform a medicine check.
He is immediately running hot. You can feel his body shaking.
Don't things normally get worse before they get better in medical stuff?
It depends on the situation. This one probably. What does the 19 give me?
That what I just told you.
Okay, in my defense, you told me that before I rolled, so. Okay.
You also see growing out from the center red crystal is starting to cover his feathers.
Okay.
And within a minute, he is completely encased. You are no longer able to see the owl within.
Is this a good thing?
Still tilts her head. Can I figure out the magic that's on this crystal? Is it like acting as... My first thought above table is that this is basically keeping him in a kind of like a time bubble so that he stops deteriorating until we can actually get him back to Sirius.
You would need to detect magic, identify more. You would need to actually spend some time researching it. And that's still going to be an if because you're not familiar with this.
Darian, go get Tink. I'll meet you back at the main... I'll meet you back at the hall.
Okay.
You do also have Avaris, who's in the Whispering Wood with
Oh,
you.
fuck, you're right.
Yes, we do.
Avaris. Let's go. Come on.
Yep. Clunk, 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 running back.
Which means Darius can just go, ring, ring, hey, bitch, need you over here.
That too. I'd rather him
Here's
be
the
safe.
thing. I was going to say, it still doesn't wait for you to ring Avaris. She just says Avaris, picks up Hermes, and starts running.
Also, I'm going to test something. I'm going to grab you and try and teleport us back.
You find yourself standing in the middle of the square.
Did I go with?
Yeah.
Oh, still getting used to that.
Okay. Still doesn't even pause. She's just running to Avaris.
You see she is sitting where she usually does, off to the left of the main building near the tree.
Avaris. A
Yes.
hand?
Oh, what's happened? She immediately whips around, her staff flying into her hand from where it was leaning against one of the buildings.
Okay, can I make a perception check to see if that's the same fucking staff as the one in the head witch's
Roll me
thing?
perception.
Can I help with this?
You'd
By,
be able to make your own.
Oh, I was going to say, because I banked this in my memory, and I was going to create like a minor illusion of what we saw before.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be that. You're a little more worried about something. You do have advantage on it because you banked it, but...
That's fine, I'll take that.
So give me some
Thank
perception.
you. Oh.
Darian doesn't fucking notice. He's worried about Hermes.
That's 2 ones
Still,
on
on the
perception
other
checks
hand,
today.
Still, you immediately recognize the staff as the same one. That she's also wearing the same... Well, she was wearing the same hat. It's currently sitting on the bench next to where she was. But they're definitely the same items, just less worn.
Okay, we'll cross that bridge in a minute. But Scylla's going to explain just a quick rundown of potion from a head witch, said to save a friend, opened the bottle, did this to Hermes. Hermes is in the crystal. What is this crystal?
I'll need to set him down so I can properly look into this. Follow me. As she takes the orb from you with a gesture from the staff as it floats into the air, stabilizing it more than you're jostling as you ran. And she leads you to one of the buildings nearby, which is still in pretty bad shape, but it's one of the better ones. As she leads you inside and shows you her makeshift lab that she's been using to look at items and do research. You see books everywhere. She sets down the crystal and immediately sets to work.
Okay. So we'll help in any way that she can.
You immediately get the feeling you're more getting in the way than anything else, because she is moving fast, and she's not explaining what she's doing.
That's fine. If I need to stand aside, that is fine. If I need to go run and get something, I will do so. That is kind of the gist. So
You
if I need
notice,
to,
instead of needing to go get things, as soon as she seems to need something, whatever she needs jumps off the shelf and flies at her.
okay, then I'm gonna grab Darian and have us pressed against the wall, out of the way.
Which, yet again, now that you've looked at the item, it's very similar to what you saw the Edge Witch Mavalis doing. The items floating around her in a very similar way. What will the two of you be doing while she's working? Because the minutes stretch.
Panicking.
Phil's going to put a hand on Darian's shoulder. Darian, I think the hedge witch from the future is Avaris.
Yeah, I was getting that impression as well.
The staff
Goodness.
that we saw in the corner is the same. That's Avaris' staff.
Yeah, and this, whatever she's doing now, is bringing me back as well.
Then
But
we'll have to
how?
try. Time is a fickle thing. I don't think. I'm going to be quite honest, Darian. I don't have the time to explain to you how it was.
Yeah, now that I think about it, they do both have red hair.
It still just looks at you.
I mean, you also have red hair, but it's strikingly red, you know?
I'm almost positive that me and Avaris have the same colored red.
Yes, but yours is, how long? 50 feet long? It's a different style.
Bavaris is currently a deeper red than yours. You're a little more ginger. She's a little more auburn. But
Fair.
Mavalis, her hair was lighter than Avaris is closer to yours. And another big difference you've seen is Mavalis' hair is significantly longer and worn back in a braid. Another big difference is the eyes. Mavaris' eyes are yellow, while Mavalis' are blue.
You know, now that I think about it, they do have very similar
Yeah.
names.
Maybe a child?
Maybe just a change of name to something similar.
The eyes are different.
Just magic differences, maybe?
Maybe.
I mean, mine
Could
goes
have been
white
hiding.
sometimes, so...
Yes, that's because you tied yourself to an undead patron. You see that she goes to say more about that, but holds her tongue.
Also, at this point, Syl, you remember that Varus doesn't know who she is. When you first met her, she didn't have memories like you did.
That's also true. Well, fuck.
So, timey-wimey. Are we thinking Avaris' future witch or past witch?
Could be any.
Well, I'd love to hear you
Obviously.
chatting. Unfortunately, it's a little distracting. If you are going to continue, please step outside.
Phil's going to instantly shut up.
Yep. Arms against the wall. Like...
She doesn't even turn to look at you, her hands constantly moving as books rocket off the shelves, and she starts flipping through them. This will take a while. If you need other things to do, go do them. I've confirmed that he is stable, at least as far as I can tell. Not entirely sure what this thing is doing. But it's pumping out a lot of magic.
Does it help if we told you it's from a Hydra?
Yes, actually. What kind of
Specifically,
Hydra?
still will go into an explanation on what the Hydra was.
That would explain the regenerative properties I'm seeing. I thought it might be trying to create a grove, but there is the chance it's focusing. Using... Huh. You see she goes back into the work with a vigor. You get the distinct feeling she's going to be at this for a couple hours. And can I get an intelligence check from both of you?
Yes, give me one moment.
Yeah. It's my second highest stat. Come on. Ugh.
Y'all both
got
have a
this, my
sudden
friend.
realization at the same time. Y'all have been gone about an hour now. Tink's looking after the unconscious guy. Warback's probably watching after April. Nobody's watching Tamerlane.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Quick detour.
Can I safely leave here? Avaris, can I safely leave this room? Speaking that he's tied to my magic right now.
It'll be fine. The bond just got severed.
I feel like I should have felt that, but a problem for a later time.
It's
Come
trying
on.
to reconstitute itself, but it'll take a little bit. Probably not until he's out of this.
Okay. Noted. Come on, Darian. Let's go look before Tamerlane does something stupid.
Hopefully camp isn't on fire.
Speaking of, Tamerlane, what have you been up to?
Fire? No. Okay, well, not fire. You occasionally smell something, but that's just more him just like burning, testing some of his spells. But he's also currently kind of just sitting in front. He's basically just sitting in an area, has the flask of the common emotions, and debates. Okay, I've got 2 drinks left of this thing.
Tamerlane, as you're looking at it, you hear something that draws your attention, and you look up, and you see a doorway standing in between some trees.
Okay, I haven't drunk this thing yet, so I'm not hallucinating. All right, well, let's see what it is. I start walking over towards it.
It's just a door. Seems to be freestanding. It has a stone archway around it, but no other walls to speak of.
Does it have like a knob or a latch or?
It does.
I reach out and turn it.
You open it up, and it opens, and you smell a familiar scent of a certain menagerie.
Okay, I'm definitely not high right now, so this is definitely real. I kind of look back to see if the camp sees me.
They have not noticed you.
I should only be gone a couple minutes. I say I walk through the doorway.
As you find yourself back with your hooded friend.
Ah. Oh wow! I didn't realize you went this far out.
Yes, well, when things are going on, I can be where I'm needed. How are you doing, my old friend?
Could be doing better. My big mouth accidentally slipped that I'm hiding something from Syl. He doesn't know what it is, but I'm trying to figure out a reason why I said I can't tell him something.
Ah, well, that is something I can assist you with if you are interested.
Yes. Also, by the way, do you have more of this? I bring up the flask. It's like, yeah, I actually drank a chart, so I'm down 2. Can you refill this?
I can. Of course, it would cost you, but we can figure that out. For a new charge, it will be 25 gold pieces. As
All right, that's
for
good.
something to help with your friend, you telling them something they should not be remembering. How long ago was it that they... before the mistake was made?
I want to say roughly how.
Less than
Okay,
24
I've got.
hours.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm gonna say I have keen mind, so I would know the exact amount of time.
Mhm. Easy enough. For 75, I can give you something that you will simply need to make her smell to erase the memory.
Well, thankfully she has the unhealthy habit of smoking, so that should be easy.
You don't even need to have her smoke it. Just open the vial nearby, and the potion will do the rest.
I'm gonna have to be discreet about it. Unfortunately, we have some magic people here, so I'm kind of worried that they'll notice what I'm doing.
Perhaps they will, but that is your prerogative to find out. I simply give you the tools.
All right. Well, let me double check and see because we haven't been paid in a while, so I need to see if I actually have the gold for this.
Of course. If you would prefer, I can put it on your tab.
All right. I guess I owe you. You said 25 for a charge, right?
Yes. And then
All right.
75 for the memory editing.
All right. So I owe you 125 next time you show up.
No, unless you're getting 2 charges.
That's the plan.
I see, I see. Well,
Yeah.
there will be an interest. Are you okay with that?
So I owe you like an additional 25 afterwards, or when I return to pay.
Depending on the length of time, yes.
I'll just have 25 in my mind just as a good buffer, so I can live with that.
Yes, well. If you would sign this for me. As a bit of parchment appears in front of you.
I kind of just like read it over.
It's just a
Anything.
simple debt thing. Stating the
Okay.
prices, the interest rate, and all that. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Okay. I don't need to sign this in blood, do I? Or is that just demon contracts?
No need.
All
You get
right.
handed a quill.
All right. Yeah, I take the quill and I just sign it.
You see it glows blue before disappearing. You feel a shiver go down your spine.
Ooh.
Then here, these will serve you well. As he gives you another vial like the other one, and another small smoky blue vial. I would suggest using on this before they turn in for the night. It is likely going to make them a little...
All right. Yeah. Now I just got to figure out a situation I can do this without having the entire camp attack me. Having a half dragon bodyguard is both very helpful when you need it and not when you don't need it.
I have something that can do this. One moment, please. And I'm back. Hello.
Welcome back.
I do have
You good?
something that may be able to assist with that problem.
All right. How much is this one?
Well, you said it was a half-dragon.
Look, I'm not. Look, it is. Look, I am not. I'm trying to plan like 600 things at once. I am not good at guessing games right now.
He asked you straight up. You're looking after Korvac, who is a
Oh,
half-dragon. They're
oh.
confirming that.
Oh yeah. Oh right. No, sorry. I thought that was a guess. Sorry, I'm just dealing with tricksters. Yes, they are a half dragon.
Yes, they usually are very resilient, so it'll be harder to bring them down. He pulls out another small vial, this one shifting blue and purple. If you open this near him, it will lock onto him and put him straight to sleep for several hours. You will have no
Okay.
memory of whatever happened in the few moments before you put him to sleep. However, it is a rather strong dose, so it will have to be 100 gold.
All right. Yeah, all right. Put it on the tab. So I owe you roughly. I'll just call it 300 at the point next time I see you.
It is a pleasure doing business with you.
I do have one question before we end this. The person who told me this plan. Who are you all part of the same group or?
I do not know who of you speak.
When I drank from the flask, I saw someone who told me about certain things. I assumed they were part of the same group, or is something else piggybacking on your stuff?
Did you know? Very interesting.
Yeah,
I
I kind of give a description of. I give a description of what they look like.
Very interesting indeed. Most likely, it has opened you up to the effects of other casters. Perhaps someone is already watching you. It is not one of mine. That would be a very different potion, and not what I want for our partnership.
Well, maybe continue this in the future. I must be getting back soon. The group doesn't like to leave me alone for extended periods of time, even though it's probably been about an hour or two since they last checked on me.
You do not need to worry. No time has passed at all. As you seem to get the feeling that, despite not being able to see this creature's face, that they're smiling at you. And a heartbeat later, you find yourself sitting back where you were just a moment before.
All right. I immediately take out some paper and a quill and label like what is what. Okay, this. Do not drink. Do not drink. Drink occasionally. Drink occasionally. Got it.
You can feel the small vials clink in your pocket.
Okay. Yeah, I make sure to remember which one is which, so I don't accidentally like put the wrong thing into the wrong person. All right, I shuffle them away and decide to slowly make my way back to the camp. I was just like right on the outskirts.
No, you mean, yeah, you're sitting right on the out. You were okay. You're fine. Yeah, sorry. You see,
Yeah, I just moved back
nothing's
into the
changed.
perimeter.
Korvac's still sitting there, looking at a board game. He's still playing that strange one with the white and black stones. Tink's still looking after the fallen individual, and you see no sign of April, Abigail, Darian, or Syl.
Hey Tink, is he, well, still alive?
Yes, and I think he'll be recovering. He should wake by morning, I think.
Okay. Well, hope we can give us some answers. We have no idea. We kind of have an idea what we're running into, but more details would be nice.
I agree. The more we know, the more we can prepare when we go through Neverwinter.
Tink, are the other two still talking with April, or?
They went through a portal back into the wood.
Ow. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, goddamn! I could be doing a lot more stuff.
Tink raises an eyebrow at you.
Well, look, they don't leave me alone because they think I'm going to like accidentally like crack a hole into the crust of this planet.
And based on what you just said, I feel the feeling they are right to worry. It's at that point you see the portal shimmer again, and both of them shoot out.
Ah, shit. All right. Well, here they are. No need to
Still,
worry.
Darian, you hear fucking Tamerlane go, "Oh shit!" when he sees you.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. My peace and quiet is now ruined.
Somehow I don't believe that.
I don't either.
Look, I haven't blown up anything. I haven't lit the forest on fire yet, and I haven't like shocked the prisoner.
You see Bell, the little clockwork dragon, stand on his chest or his shoulder and growl at you, Tamerlane.
What? It was a joke. Calm down.
Philip's going to walk over, pick up Tamerlane, and put him next to Korvac.
Wait, what do you? Ah!
as the tall elf gets kidnapped by the small one.
But I put him next to Korvac. What did you do?
Nothing. Nothing. I was bored and. Okay, actually, wait. No, there was one thing. Oh, I was talking with my dealer.
What did you buy?
I didn't buy anything technically. I didn't have any gold. He just refilled this, and I showed like the flash that I've been using with the comm stuff. He came by. I told him I need a refill. He refilled it. I told him I pay him back later.
I'm rolling insight. Straight up, we fucking come through a portal and you go, oh shit.
Yeah, I was enjoying the peace and quiet of you two not having to constantly watch me.
Uh-huh. Privately roll your deception.
Contested rolls are the shit. I love them.
I
So
used a hero point for this.
there's a soft
I used a hero
clink
point.
as he's pulling out that vial from his pocket. Glass on glass.
Korvac,
Yes.
grab Tamerlane for me, please.
Wait, shit, fuck, ah!
Tamerlane, you get taken by the shoulder.
This is completely unnecessary!
I'm going through his pocket.
You
Be a
go
better
through,
liar.
And you don't find anything, Sel. There's the other vial of the same liquid that he has for the first one, but that's it.
I will say they do find like a big bag of stuff I label as fun dust.
But you don't find anything that would have made that noise unless it just hit the other vial.
I can hand both of these to Tink and ask them to figure out what the fuck they are.
Okay.
Can I at least have my fun dust back?
No, I hand both of them to her, or both of them to them.
So they're figuring out what the fun dust is in the calming draft.
Yep.
Yeah, the fun dust is basically like heroin made with cocaine.
God damn.
What,
Okay.
you get crazy stuff named
What are y'all doing while Pink's looking over that?
I think just looking on in fascination, to be honest. I'm also getting ready to smack Tamerlane on the back of the head.
Yeah. Still is, honestly, after everything that has happened today, she is going to sit down. Honestly, she's gonna lean against Korvac because he's the most solid thing that she's next to at the moment.
Yep.
She's fucking tired. She quite literally doesn't have the spell slots for this.
Tamerlane, what are you doing as you've been confiscated?
Basically just waiting until I can get my stuff back.
Fair. Pink identifies the fun dust first as several different powdered drugs and herbs. They are not entirely sure how Tamerlane is alive. But there's enough in it to make a very dangerous monster that has only been seen a couple different times involving bears. They are known as crack bears.
Oh,
Very
no.
deadly. The other one, the vial he has, is identified as a calming draft. However, there is an underlying magic that will open the drinker up to all forms of magic,
Oh.
making them
Oh,
highly
gotcha.
manipulatable, but also highly perceptive to the magical veil.
That explains a
Believe.
lot.
That's what I mean.
Tamerlane, what languages do you know?
Let me double check. I think it's mainly Celestial, and I think I know Draconic. Let me double check. I'm probably wrong, though. I have like a bunch of. We don't check to. Celestial, Draconic, and Primordial.
What languages does Tink know?
Several.
Does she speak Elvish? Or do they speak Elvish?
They do.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Tink and in Elvish ask them, can you safely dispose of the powder?
Sure.
Okay.
You see they put it in their little leaf bag.
Hey, those are mine. I legally bought and stole that.
They're drugs, Tamerlane. You
Sorry,
can't do that legally.
Did you just say you legally stole drugs?
I mean, yeah, I legally bought them, and I legally bought like half of what's in that bag, and then stole some of the other stuff to make it more potent.
I don't think that's legal.
Most of
Drugs
these herbs
aren't-
are very much illegal. They're hunted down on sight by those in Watersteep and Neverwinter. If anyone finds that he had this, I believe there is a 20-year sentence at minimum.
Yeah,
mean, it's
no, get
20.
rid of.
I mean, it's 20 years. It's not that much.
Minimum.
Days of
Potato,
freedom.
potato, bag beats.
If you're found to be dealing, I've heard significantly worse rulings, especially with a
Look.
concoction like this.
What? No, I've never dealt. All of that went either into me or into like a monster I did inject to kill it with.
That would go down for illegal experimentations on creatures and risks creating a true monster. Also has a sentence.
What? It didn't survive.
Luckily.
And in fairness, it was trying to kill me, so it was fair game.
So a monster was trying to kill you, and your idea to disarm it was
Darian?
to drug it. Mm-hmm.
Darian, what's your alignment?
Like lawful good. In theory. Lawful good until I need something desperately, and then it changes slightly.
So, neutral good.
I guess so. I followed lawful good as much as I can.
But if you don't agree with them, fuck them.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
absolutely...
so chaotic good.
I believe in laws and following, all that kind of stuff, but sometimes you need a little bit extra, Sometimes
Okay, so
rules better be broken.
chaotic.
That's neutral, not chaotic. Chaotic just says, fuck it, we're gonna do our own thing.
Yeah,
But,
Darren believes in, hierarchies and laws and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. That's actually the problem that we're about to run into.
Mm-hmm.
Because committed so many crimes.
Yeah, and if somebody used to be a guard.
And a
What?
member of the
What?
Adventuring Society
Uh-huh.
who's already
Multiple
got his
members of-
hand on fucking Tamerlane.
I was gonna say multiple members of the Adventuring Society. Oh my god, do we need to arrest Tamerlane?
What? Rules are lax in the Astral Sea. You do what you gotta do.
You're not in the Astral Sea anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'm realizing everyone here's a Steph.
Phil's going to look up at Korvac.
Tell us more about when and where these events took place. Tamerlane, you can
Okay.
feel the grip is tightening on your shoulder. You
Just as a
wish
reminder,
there were iron bars because they'd be softer.
and just as a
Okay,
reminder,
okay.
before you answer, I do have Zone of Truth.
All right, look, look, this was about roughly 5 of this places years ago. I had the stuff made. It was a nice batch. I've been traveling with it for a bit. Some big, what the hell was it called? I think it was like those big squid things with the beak mouths that try to eat brains.
Krell.
I think so. I don't know. All it was said it was it was going to feast upon my brain or something. I don't really remember exactly. It was this. I fought it. It was very hard. I almost died until I had a brilliant idea of how to get rid of it. I took a needle, filled it with some of the stuff in here, stabbed it in the head, injected it, and thankfully it exploded.
So to summarize, the things you're carrying around with you at all times that you use recreationally for fun exploded something's brain.
Only if you use a very, very large dose. I gave that thing like 5 times what I usually take.
So you're telling us if you accidentally take a little bit more than you're used to at some point, that could happen.
No, I've tested it. I know my limit, and besides, I've perfectly memorized what each amount I need to take is. Look, I might be an addict, but I know what I'm doing.
And you did this while you were on the Astral Sea?
Yes, it was somewhere near what was it called? Yeah, I know. It was somewhere near like where the Githyanki used to hang out, I think.
Then unfortunately we do not have jurisdiction. However, if I find out you are continuing this experiment, I will chop off your legs and drag your sorry ass to the society and have you clapped in irons. Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
And if you resist, by all forms of law, you will be an outlaw, and you will be dealt with accordingly.
Yes, sir.
Do not waste your life.
All right, I won't. Now, could you let me go? I need to get since we're doing this, I might as well hand over the rest of it.
There is a nod. Let me make a roll real quick. Tamerlane, how do you feel about a 23 intimidation?
The response that I'm gonna pretty much hand over my whole stash.
Fair enough. Because Korvac's not fucking around right now.
All right, yeah. The moment Korvac puts me down, I immediately reach into my bag and hand over this, which basically equates to one that's filled with blue, one that looks like one that looks like blue powder mixed with lightning, another one that looks like just like an empty bag, but is actually like a bag that's equivalent to a sonic boom. The other has what looks like a pixie, and oh crap, where's that other one? Where's the other one? Oh yeah, here. And the other one that looks like literally just like a jar containing a literal just like a small fire.
What did you say about a pixie?
It looks what looks like a pixie, except it's like dark blue.
Like the body of a pixie.
I think it's supposed to insinuate that it's pixie dust.
Like, is it an image, or did you pull out the corpse of a pixie? I need to be certain, because Tink might be about to kill you.
No, he shakes and it shakes it and returns to dust. It just occasionally it just makes like different forms. Like it turns to different forms when it's in its own little container.
Just a note, while you're going through your bag, Darian does have his shield out, and he will smack you across the back of the head if he feels like you're going to do anything.
Yeah. I know. All three of you are basically giving me the hand over the whole stash, or you will kill me.
Oh, Darian will
And
kill you.
here's
He'll
the
knock
thing.
you out.
It's nothing. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not kill you. We're not about to kill you. It's a Vinny getting fucking arrested.
Corvax.
Yeah, you basically hand over. Yeah, I basically just hand over everything. That most of it doesn't look like narcotics, but you realize if I'm handing them over, they clearly are in some strange way.
Because they're not against drugs, it's against super illegal drugs. Because wizards are allowed to experiment as long as they're not doing too stupid of shit.
Okay, no, the literal ball of fire is actually kind of illegal.
Yeah, which is why
The other
Tink's
stuff
gonna
is
look
just more
over it.
just frowned upon.
You might get some back, probably not, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, don't open that fire in an oxygen-rich atmosphere, or else it will explode and unleash something that may poison everything in like a 3-mile radius.
What is your alignment?
Chaotic good. But I got that from the plane of fire.
He is taking all of Darian's strength, not just to smack you with the back of the shield right now.
But you're all only now realizing I have a lot of crazy shit.
Okay, I knew that you had a drug addiction. I didn't realize that it was this bad.
I also didn't realize it was bad enough that you were carrying around things that could wipe out us and everything around us at any given moment.
No, that's only the fire. The other stuff is just random stuff I picked up from like different people I traded with in the LC.
Yeah, the fire is still bad.
Yeah, I tried to sell that, but I couldn't find a seller in time before I came back here looking for Galen. Yeah, weirdly enough, wizards actually like crazy stuff in like the elemental planes. Like I just gave CC a migraine.
I think Cece is trying to decide whether or not we need to arrest you.
I'm gonna be honest, I think I have to leave it there. I don't know. I need to do some research, apparently. Fucking. So, I'm sorry, I am...
Because, honest, I think we have to arrest Tamerlan.
We might, so, it's not on the thing, so you can't arrest him because, I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to leave it here because I don't. It's not often that I get flabbergasted that hard. Tamerlan, take 2 hero points.
Remember, kids, you buy drugs and you get rewarded.
Oh God! Remember, kids, don't do drugs.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no, in all seriousness, don't do it. This is just a shithead I made for fun.
I'm gonna thank everybody for joining us today, because I don't know words right now, because I am full just... Ugh. So thank you for joining us. I hope you come back to join us next week.
Maybe we'll be imprisoning someone.
Yeah, we'll see
All
what
right,
happens. So, y'all have a wonderful night. Bye!